What the fuck?
You still don't get it, do you, boys? There ain't no countries anymore. No more good guys. They're running the whole show. They own everything, the whole goddamn planet. They can do whatever they want. What's wrong with having it good for a change? Now, they're gonna let us have it good if we just help them. They're gonna leave us alone, let us make some money. You can have a little taste of that good life, too. Now, I know you want it. Hell, everybody does.
You do it to your own kind.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team. See ya, boys.
I know that there are a lot of people out there, Sean, who are saying things are expensive. And we have to remember they're expensive because we inherited this terrible inflation crisis from the Biden administration. But you've already seen signs that things are getting better. The price of eggs has gone way down. The price of energy has gone way down. The price of gasoline has gone way down. And as we know, when the price of energy goes down, that starts to filter out into the entire economy. But that also takes a little bit of time. There's another component of this, Sean, which to me is maybe the most important because I care so much about our young people being able to afford a good life.
I don't care. Yeah, get a job. Oh, get a job?
Yeah.
Just get a job? Why don't I strap on my job helmet and squeeze down into a job cannon and fire off into Jobland, where jobs grow on jobbies? America, fuck yeah!
Met Epstein a few times as well, and I think...
How'd you get introduced?
It was Reid Hoffman in Silicon Valley introduced us in 2014, but it was basically, and I didn't check, didn't ask enough questions about it, but I think there were sort of a lot of things where it was fraudulent. I do think Epstein knew a lot about taxes, and there were probably, these complicated ways you could structure a nonprofit organization, especially as a way in a marital context that I think Epstein might have known a decent amount about.
How, when you were introduced to him?
I don't think Epstein would have been able to, comment on superstring theory or something like that.
Right.
But I think this sort of thing he might have actually been pretty expert on.
When you were introduced to him, how was he described to you?
He was described as one of the smartest tax people in the world.
Interesting.
And I probably was my moral weakness that I.
Well, how could you have known back then? He had never been arrested.
No, this was 2014. It was post arrest.
Oh, so his arrest was the first arrest, right?
Yeah,
which was like
2007, 08.
Okay, and so.
But you assume he didn't go to jail for that long.
Right.
It was probably not as serious as alleged. There was certainly the illusion that there were all these other people that I trusted. Reid, who introduced us, was. He started LinkedIn. He was, maybe too focused on business networking, but I thought he always had good judgment in people.
When the shit went down and Epstein gets arrested for the second time, were you like, oh, well, there you go?
I've thought about it.
Well, my friend Peter Thiel, once reflected that the future was supposed to have flying cars, but we don't have flying cars.
So you're going to be able to fly?
Well, I think if Peter wants a flying car, he should be able to buy one.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
This is Hollywood trying to indoctrinate the kids and brainwash all of the very easily.
You make money at this little table tennis thing?
Not yet.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
That doesn't even enter my consciousness.
I'm saying it came out late. Look at these diamonds they want.
Help us understand this bill. Does this mean marijuana dispensaries go out of business too, or just the
stuff at the gas station.
No, yeah, I think this bill has a lot to do with the marijuana industry, you know, and the money behind that, as well as the alcohol industry and the pharmaceutical industry. Well, you got Mitch McConnell here, who's gathered all the money to go at this and put this and present this and sneak this in. This is, completely reversing the 2018 Farm Bill, which President Trump should be championing. This is a $30 billion industry, as you said. How many other industries has Trump created? Specifically, this is 2018.
If this happens and a year from now nothing changes, what does that mean for consumers?
It means all products off the shelf, because this new legislation puts in language, as Senator Paul says, that it's going to completely roll back the times. It completely reverses the 2018 Farm Bill. So
but there were cannabis stores before 2018, right? There were
everything gone. 400,000 jobs gone.
Wow.
Okay. That are going to have to all the farms done. There's not one strain of cannabis, hemp or otherwise, that is ever going to test compliant under these new standards, period. So you're talking about your grandma's now salve that she uses for her arthritic knee. She's a felon too, on top of that.
You should get a doctor to do this.
Oh, look at me, the millionaire who goes to see doctors.
With respect to humanoid robotics, there are no useful humanoid robots at this point. There are sort of gimmicks, but there are no actually useful humanoid robots. And I think Tesla's going to make the first actually useful humanoid robots. And this will be quite a revolution, and I think something that everyone will want. Because I always think of who wouldn't want their own personal C-3PO R2-D2?
Oh yeah?
Of course. Everyone would want one, right? And then there would be many in industry providing products and services. This is why I say that humanoid robots will be the biggest industry, or the biggest product ever. Bigger than cell phones or anything else, because everyone's going to want one, and or maybe more than one, and there'll be many in industry.
I swear, man, it's like we're on the wrong timeline. Fucking fix it! If it's the wrong timeline, do what you can to fix it. You silly Billy.
No, I'm serious.
I think I'm gonna die in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this
A wanted terrorist from Uzbekistan was able to get into the United States illegally.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
The United States backs Israel, but they back it less than they used to. I was having a lot of problems getting support for Israel, and I can't really understand it because I grew up in a world where everything evolved around politically. Everything evolved around Israel, and the power was amazing. One bad word about Israel, and you were virtually out of politics.
Now to the Epstein files. President Trump ordering the Department of Justice to investigate the convicted sex offenders' possible ties to Democrats, and in particular, former President Bill Clinton. This just days after the release of Epstein emails that mention President Trump.
Next week, dozens of House Republicans are expected to break with the president and vote to demand the release of the FBI's full Epstein files, something that Trump, his vice president, and FBI Director Kash Patel had vowed to do during the campaign.
What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. Put on your big boy pants
and let us know who the pedophiles are.
But now that Patel is running the FBI, he's refusing to release the files as the pressure intensifies. 20 of Epstein's victims are urging lawmakers in a letter to make the files public, writing in part, "Imagine if you yourself were a survivor. What would you want for them? What would you want for yourself? When you vote, we will remember your decision at the ballot box."
What was the relationship between President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, the financier and convicted sex offender? What did the president know about what Epstein was up to? And was Mr. Trump involved in any way?
Those are just some of the questions being asked as journalists read through thousands of pages of Epstein documents released yesterday by the House Oversight Committee.
The president has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing and calls it all a hoax perpetrated by Democrats.
I'm stupid, you're smart. I was wrong, you were right. You're the best, I'm the worst.
As expected, the House of Representatives voted overwhelmingly to compel the release of the Epstein files on Tuesday. The final vote count was 427 to 1. Clay Higgins, a Republican from Louisiana, was the lone nay vote. And despite the overwhelming bipartisan support, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson issued this warning suggestion to his Senate colleagues.
The Democrats are rushing the release of thousands of unsubstantiated documents that may be included in this, that are going to be in the public domain with the passage of this bill. And there are serious deficiencies in the legislation that I have noted at length, and Republicans have to work to address those deficiencies in the Senate if and when this legislation is advanced.
One key deficiency, he argues, is that there are not proper protections in place to keep victims safe. And Johnson asked the Senate to, quote, correct those issues. Well, that didn't happen. The Senate unanimously agreed to pass the bill as soon as it's received from the House. Basically a pre-vote of yes from each and every senator, meaning...
You know about sexual predators and things like that. Right. I mean...
You are one.
All right, I was going to say that. But,
Use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the... I can do anything.
Some of these foreign girls, you know, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with vagina. And
well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, you know, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting. Right, I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women.
God, please give me patience, because if you give me strength, I'm going to need bail money.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
What is Santa bringing? I'm bringing you presents and
Unfortunately, there's going to be probably little Jeffrey Epsteins running around.
Didn't he actually talk about spreading his DNA?
He did, and he was also into transhumanism.
What exactly is transhumanism?
Transhumanism is this, you know, the ideal was this radical transformation where your human natural body gets transformed into an immortal body.
Transhumanism is the religion of Silicon Valley. All of the leading people in technology believe this. They are all transhumanists.
Some people want to live forever or for a much longer period of time, and they see AI as the only way to, or digital superintelligence as the only thing that can figure out how to get them to live forever.
Julian Huxley coins the terms transhumanism and talks about how the new eugenics is going to be merging man with machine. So this is basically eugenics rebranded.
We want more than cross-dressing or changing your sex organs. We want you to be able to change your heart and change your mind and change your whole body.
I'm Melanie Walker. I'm an endovascular neurosurgeon at the University of Washington.
On the one hand, the emergence of a new upgraded elite of superhumans enhanced by bioengineering and brain-computer interfaces and things like that. And on the other hand, a new massive useless class. A class that has no military or economic usefulness. What to do with all these useless people?
The left and right are agreeing on one thing. It's time to get rid of the Epstein class, these rich and powerful people who rig the rules for themselves and ignore forgotten Americans.